I mean, that is good, but you could do better. You have to really sound like you know everything. Here, just like this. Fate has brought you here to this day, dear customer. Stay a while, and you will find what you need. See, it's all about the confidence. Ifs and maybes make you sound uncertain. Anyways, you don't have to worry about it too much. Like I said before, your main job is to handle the stockroom. But it will be nice for you to be able to greet customers if I can't be there right away. See, they get spooked pretty easily, so it is important that somebody's there to convince them that they should stick around. By the way, you've been doing great in the back. It's not an easy job keeping that place organized. A lot of merchandise sort of prefers chaos. Oh, I forgot to ask, how's your arm doing? The whole thing with the flesh box was, well. Well, look, I swear I didn't know it was still alive. Is it still sore? You don't happen to, feel your skin crawling, do you? Like, literally. No? Oh, then you should be fine. Just had to ask just in case. Anyways, I appreciate you being willing to come right back into work. But you're allowed to take time off if you have a bad encounter with aggressive products, right? Just don't push yourself. Alright, if you say so. But honestly, I gotta say, you've really settled into all of this really fast. Most people aren't, like, super thrilled about dealing with the supernatural. It's not what most people are used to, sort of definition. In fact, hang on, let me check my calendar. Hey, you've just passed the benchmark. Yeah, see, most new employees only last about 13 workdays before they quit or forced into early retirement, if you get my drift. Today's your 14th day, and so you're officially a cut above the rest. I am seriously happy about that. Really, like, turnover is so bad here. It's insane. I wasn't looking forward to having to go back to the recruitment phase, since that's usually a cutoff point for a lot of people. I've saved a lot of the official welcoming stuff for after. So, yeah, welcome to the family. I'm psyched that, you decided to stick around. I'm gonna have to get you a name tag and everything. Oh, and when you get to take home something from the shop, has to be from the bargain bin, obviously. There might be a couple exceptions, so just ask me before you take it. You'll get something nicer if you're still here after, like, a year. And after 5 years, well, nobody's gotten to that point yet, but there's really nice perk for that. Hey, maybe you're the first one to get it. Yeah, just sort of comes with the territory. I can't really blame people for moving on to greener pastures. I personally love the historic items biz, but it's sort of niche. Not a lot of people really see it as a career. It's just something that you dabble in when you're at a weird point in your life. I had a couple people that seemed promising, though. There was this one girl who was actually a ton better at handling the storefront than me. Seriously, she had this super mysterious, alluring vibe. She was great. Even though I'd hire her for the stockroom, she was just too good at acting to keep her back there. But then, uh, well, stuff happened. That's just sort of how it goes. It's just sort of the way things are. But honestly, it's also how one of the things that makes this place great. See, people don't stay long because it's unusual. And it's unusual because I can run the shop any way I want. No need to follow conventions or obey some corporate policies. It's great being independently owned. I figure that someday I'll find someone who likes the way things are done here. A kindred spirit, you know. Who knows? Could be you. Oh, almost forgot the most important part. Since you'll be sticking around for a while, we gotta do the ritual. Yeah, it's just a little ceremony. Part of it is just a little tradition that I do. But also, it does give you a little bit of extra protection. You'll definitely need that if you're going to be more long term. Nah, it's nothing too crazy. It's not like we're sacrificing a goat or anything. Not anymore, anyways. Way too much to clean up. I am going to need some of your blood at some point, though. Not much, just a drop. It'll barely even hurt. It was actually something the guy before me would do. There are simpler ways to grant protection, like wearing a charm, but he liked to do it the old fashioned way. And I kinda like that. Oh yeah, I wasn't the original owner of this place. It's been around a really long time. Passed from person to person. I'm just the latest, and I like to think the greatest. Alright, well, let's get into the back and get everything set up. Won't take long. Okay, that ought to do it. Oh, and before we get started, I just have to ask a couple of questions, just to make sure it all goes smoothly. So, first one, are you allergic to wolfsbane? Well, obviously it's a yes if you're werewolf, but you can have an allergy, even if you don't go feral under a full moon. Okay, so we're good there then? Now, as far as you know, do you have two souls inside you? You probably wouldn't know it if you did. So, a better question would be whether you had a twin in the womb that didn't make it. That's usually how you get two of them. Oh, and that or having a weapon kill somebody and then pierce you in the same move. Alright, sounds like we're in the clear there too. Last one now. Have you ever been told that you're easily manipulated? Or have you ever been put under mind control? Not just hypnosis, that's not as one sided. No, actually, the ideal answer to that one would be a yes. It's fine either way, but it's just something that's good for me to know. Anyways, sounds good. Now, you're just gonna stand in this circle right here. Use this needle to prick your finger and then squeeze a drop of blood into this drink. Drink it once I start chanting. This is what has the wolfsbane in it. So if you feel a burning sensation, or especially if you start howling, stop drinking it. Shouldn't happen, but you know. Okay, so I'm gonna start the process off right now. Ooh, nice. Glad that went off without a hitch. Last time was a bit dicey. Nah, don't worry about it. Anyways, you're officially part of the family now. How do you feel? Oh? In what way? Hang on, let me get something to write this down. I might need to look this up. Okay, so just off? What do you mean? You don't feel like yourself, or like you're not at 100%? Huh. Well, I've never heard someone describe it quite like that before. But that should be the protection. No reason it should be hurting you or making you sick or anything. If something was going to go wrong, it would have been way more obvious than that. You'll be fine. I'm sure you'll get used to it in a few days. 'Cause at that point, it probably won't matter. Nothing. Just thinking that it's great to really have you on board. I never can tell from the get-go who's going to hang around. Well, I'll tell you what. Since you're feeling down, why don't you take the rest of the day off? You might want to try taking a bath in some water with a lot of herbs in it. That could help. Maybe. And if you're not feeling better by tomorrow, you can call me and I'll give you the day off too. But if nothing's changed by the day after, I'll have to ask you to come back in. We don't have a lot of time left, so I'd like to get you to do some stuff for me before then. Oh, nothing. I mean, I'm just expecting a big shipment of stuff. Best if we have as much of our stock nice and organized as possible before then. Because we're going to have to shift all our attention to the new product for a while. When it does get here. Anyways, you can go ahead and head home. And, listen. There's something I want to say. I think you're a pretty cool person. A lot of people who end up working for me are sort of edgy and prickly. You don't normally end up in this kind of work if you fit in so well in normal society, you know. So, it has been nice having you around. And, just if anything were to, happen to you, if I did anything that seemed unfair or anything, it wouldn't be personal. I don't have anything against you. Sorry, that was weird. Just forget about it. Anyways, see you later. And get some rest.